Everyone has a story, and every story matters. I've had the chance to connect with many interesting people over the years, and everyone has an amazing story, but this show is not about just their stories. It's about the stories that have also shaped who I am. Stories that you can't make up. Welcome to You Can't Make It Up. I'm your host, Chrissy Jackson. I'm a podcasting newbie. I've dreamed of hosting my own show for many years, so here I am, taking the leap. Thank you for taking it with me. This is episode number 16. You say it's your birthday. I don't know if you caught that at the beginning. If this is your first time to listen, I'm a menopausal middle-aged mama. I love my family. I love Jesus. I love music. I love working out with Peloton. I'm broadcasting from Houston, Texas, and my dream is to travel the world and experience the beauty that God has created. I'm grateful that you're here to listen. What will you learn or gain listening to this podcast? You'll hear real stories you can't make up. I want to encourage you to never give up. Life is hard, but you can overcome any obstacle with perseverance, and we can all persevere. So, if you're a regular listener of my podcast, you're probably wondering what happened to last week's episode. Well, it was my birthday, and I took a break for my birthday. Birthdays, they're these markers in our lives, aren't they? Some we celebrate with gusto, others we might let quietly pass. Last week, I hit another one, my 48th. And as each year rolls around, these milestones take on a little bit more weight, perhaps. This past birthday got me thinking a lot about my mom. And next year, I will be the same age she was when she passed away, 49. It feels significant, like a turning point. And it's made me want to do something to honor her memory. So I've decided what that something is. And that will be to run a marathon. And my goal is not just any marathon, but the New York City Marathon in November 2026. Yep, I said it out loud, putting it into the universe. Now, for those of you who know me, you might be thinking, a marathon? Really? Yeah, it sounds a little crazy. It feels a little crazy even saying it, but it feels right. It feels like the kind of challenge that would make her proud. She was always my biggest supporter, always pushing me. And you know what's amazing? My family and friends, they've already rallied around this idea. Last week, along with the birthday wishes, came some amazing gifts, things to help me on this journey. Some new running shoes, some helpful training items. It's like they knew this is something I needed to do. So I guess there's no backing out now. Training starts today, right here, right now. This isn't just about crossing a finish line. It's about honoring my mom, pushing my own limits, and seeing what I'm truly capable of. I will probably be sharing some of my training journey here on the podcast, the ups and the downs, the early morning runs, the moments of doubt, and hopefully the triumphs along the way. What about you? Are there milestones in your life that have inspired you to take on a challenge, a way you've honored someone special? I'd love to hear about it. You can always reach out on my socials or send me an email. You can't make it up, bcpmedia@gmail.com. For me, this next year and a half leading up to that race is going to be a journey of physical and mental strength, and a journey of remembrance. I can't think of a better way to honor my mom's memory than by pushing myself to achieve something I never thought possible. So as we all navigate these markers in our lives, these birthdays and anniversaries, let's think about how we can make them meaningful. How can we honor those who've shaped us? And maybe, just maybe, it involves lacing up some running shoes and taking that first step.
Thank you for listening to You Can't Make It Up. Interested in sponsoring this podcast? Email us, You Can't Make It Up, bcpmedia@gmail.com.
And we're up to the time I have my segment, You Can't Make It Up, a story of the week. something in the media that has me shaking or scratching my head. I'm not really shaking or scratching my head about this, but it's something that you've heard me talk about in the past. And this week I'm back on the Eagles at Big Bear Valley. All eyes on that camera in California. Jackie and Shadow have been busy preparing Sunny and Gizmo for their first flights. Both chicks have grown to be strong young eagles over the last 11 to 12 weeks, I think it's been. And that's about as long as I've been doing this podcast. That's kind of crazy to think about. But both of them are the size of their parents now. Watching birds on cameras and trees and on my back porch. Think that's the life as I age. You can't make it up. Have a suggestion for this segment of the podcast? Let me know. Send me an email. You can't make it up. bcpmedia@gmail.com. Thank you for joining me for episode 16 of You Can't Make It Up. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast. Please leave a review and let me know what you think and share the podcast with your family and friends. If you're interested in supporting my show as a sponsor, leave me a comment or send me an email. You can find me in between episodes on social media. On Instagram, I'm yourmom6868, which I think I'm going to get rid of that. I think I'm just going to stick with Boring Christine. I don't have time to manage more than one Instagram account. On X, I'm CNF77, also known as Boring Christine, so I might just stick to Boring Christine since that's where I am on Peloton also. Everybody knows me as Boring Christine. Thank you again for joining me for You Can't Make It Up. Tune in for a new episode in 2 weeks. Yes, you heard that correctly. I'm moving to releasing every other Tuesday. So, episode number 17 will be coming at you in June. On June, what date is that? In 2 weeks, the 11th. I can't believe next week is June. Happy summer, y'all. Thank you for listening.
You Can't Make It Up is a production of BCP Multimedia. This podcast is produced and written by Chrissy Jackson. All rights are reserved.